Hey gang, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you guys are having a fantastic day. Happy Thursday, or as I like to call it, Happy Friday Eve. The weekend is almost upon us, so who couldn't be happy about that, right? I don't know if you've got any big plans for the weekend. I might see my grandbabies this weekend. I'm not quite sure. We'll see what the weekend holds, but for now, all I know is that I am home from a long day at work, and I wanted to come and just sit with you guys and chat for a little while, see how you're doing, and just say I am so pleased at all of the comments that you guys have been leaving, and I see that some of you are actually starting to interact with each other, and so I encourage you to continue to interact with each other, and please don't be afraid to talk to one another. If someone has sent you a message, please respond back to them and be as open and honest as you possibly can. There are people that have the medication that are afraid. They not only want to hear my experience, but they also want to hear your experience too. So if you've got some light to shed on a subject that maybe is different from mine, please don't be afraid to share that with them, okay? We're here to help each other. So with that, let's jump right into what we're going to talk about tonight, which is a different medication in this series of talking about the different types of medications, weight loss medications that you can get from your doctor. And I've been trying to do just a little bit of legwork to try to save you a little bit of legwork. And you know, as always, you can do the work yourself if you so choose. I encourage that, to Google and do some research on your own. But I wanted to do a few of these just to kind of bring you some information. And it also helps me too. I mean, you know, because as a Topiramate update for myself, I've kind of been on a standstill. I don't know if right at the moment that it's working as well for me as it did in the beginning. I'm considering increasing my dosage. I haven't done that yet because at the 50 milligrams, I don't have the tingling like I did before. So I might try to increase it to 75. If and when I do, I will update you. I may just talk to my doctor and may even try something else. And so with that, that's part of why I have been going through also and doing a little bit of research, kind of rolling up my sleeves, if you will, and digging in and seeing what else is also available out there, not only for potentially for me, but for you too. And so one drug that I came across today is called Saxenda. I don't know if any of you have heard of that. If you have, give me a thumbs up on this video. I'd like to know how many of you have heard of Saxenda. It's spelled S-A-X-E-N-D-A. And this is not your typical weight loss drug. And you may be asking, why are you saying that? And that is because this is not a pill. This is actually an injection that you take. And my doctor actually had talked to me about this at one point, but this was one of the ones, and I hadn't looked at it for months, but I wanted to do a little bit of research on it to bring the information to you as to why I, for me, chose not to go on it. If you have diabetes and if you are taking insulin, don't go on this. It says it should not be used together. It's not known if Saxenda changes your risk of heart problems or stroke or death due to heart problems or stroke. It's not known if it can be safely used in people who have had pancreatitis. Or it's not known if it's safe and effective in children under 18 years of age. But then it also says it's not recommended for use in children. So that's kind of a dumb statement to say it as it is written, verbatim, it says, "It is not known if Saxenda is safe and effective in children under 18 years of age. Saxenda is not recommended for use in children." You know, if you're not recommending it, then if you don't know it's safe, you shouldn't be using it in children, in my personal opinion. Part of the serious side effects of this drug: possible thyroid tumors, including cancer. One thing that I highlighted when I was going through this information today, in studies with rats and mice, Saxenda and medicines that work like Saxenda caused thyroid tumors, including thyroid cancer. Something to seriously consider. It said, you know, if you get a lump or swelling in your neck or hoarseness or trouble swallowing, shortness of breath, it might be symptoms of thyroid cancer. So another thing, it talks about, let's see, it's not known if Saxenda will cause thyroid tumors or type of thyroid cancer called medullary thyroid carcinoma in people. So, you know, some of these names, I don't know where they necessarily come up with some of them. And I don't know if that medullary, if that's because of the medulla part of your brain, maybe. I'm not sure. But when it said they had done a study on rats and it caused thyroid tumors, including thyroid cancer in a rat, no, I checked out at that point for myself. It said, how should you use Saxenda? Inject your dose of Saxenda under the skin in your stomach area, like your abdomen, your upper leg, thigh area, or your upper arm, but do not inject it into a vein or muscle. And other serious side effects said inflammation, besides the thyroid, inflammation of the pancreas, gallbladder problems, low blood sugar, increased heart rate, kidney problems, serious allergic reactions. And it doesn't say necessarily what those serious allergic reactions could be. Depressions or thoughts of suicide, which that is kind of, unfortunately, a common staple on everything as far as one of the side effects on most drugs. But a drug that they out and out have tested on rats that has already been proven that it can cause thyroid cancer, that was a no for me. And to me, something of that nature should not even be offered. And as far as I'm concerned, a good doctor should not be offering that to the patient if they are actually concerned about their patient's welfare. Again, this is strictly my opinion only. But if it's a really good doctor who really genuinely is concerned and cares about their patient, they would not prescribe such a drug that causes cancer for the sake of losing weight. Oh yeah, you're gonna lose 100 pounds, but you're gonna die of cancer. So, you know, it's like 6 of one and half a dozen of another. Pick your poison. What are you gonna take? Not that being overweight is healthy either, but overweight people have lived into their 90s. You get cancer, the likelihood of you making it into your 90s isn't so great. So it's just another, again, it was called Saxenda, Saxenda. So I just want to bring some of these different drugs to you. The information, not the drug itself, but the name of the drug, some of the harmful side effects, some of the information that I have found out, just to inform you. I want you to have the information in the event that you are potentially thinking about trying something else, or, you know, if you're currently taking the Topiramate / Topamax, it would quit working for you, or, you know, or you're not liking the side effects and you wanted to try something different or what have you. Knowledge is power, and I want you to be well informed, because somebody needs to put the information out there, not just the cheesy ads on TV. And we're a community, we're family, and I want my family to know what's truly out there. Now, if there is a particular drug that you have been wanting to know about, comment down below and ask me, and I will do the legwork for you. I will research it out, and I will come and I will inform all of you as to what that drug is, because might be something new, might be something that maybe even I haven't heard of. I did run a sheet that has a few different names on it of some different things that I'm going to be looking up. One that I'm going to do a little bit of research on that I already kind of know a little bit about. I'm not going to go into anything on it right now, that I'm just going to kind of give you some names, but one that's over the counter is Orlistat, which is also Ally. You can get that at Walmart. We've already talked about Qsimia. Another one I'm going to do some research on is called Belviq. I just did the one on Contrave, and tonight we just did Saxenda. And those are the ones that were on this particular list. So, again, if there's anything in particular that you are questioning, that you're wanting to know about, please let me know. And, you know, I've just answered so many questions. So many people have been scared. And you have every single right to be. You should be. This is your body you're dealing with. You only have one body, one mind. And especially one of you had written to me earlier today, and you have young kids, you know, at home. You know, I am a parent also, but my kids are grown, and I now live by myself. Well, you know, my two little bratty dogs, Fez and Grizz, and Butternut, my little guinea pig. But as far as, you know, my kids are grown. I don't have little ones here at home. And one of the concerns was about it making her like dopey. And what I had told her, which I will reiterate here and tell all of you, I did not ever feel dopey on it, or drugged, or you know, lethargic or anything. But I attribute part of that because I take it at night, because that was a concern of mine. And so I just take my dosage every night before I go to bed, because I don't want to be dopey at work. I need to be focused, and I need to be on task. And so I don't want to be lagging. I want to be on top of things. And so my resolve was just to take it at night before I go to bed. So hopefully that will help you, maybe. As far as the side effects, now other side effects anyway, the tingling, you know, mine was in like the backs of my hands. When I took too much, it would come up my neck and up my face, so that's why I backed off on some of it, because I did not like that. But it does subside, but you have to give it several days for your body to kind of acclimate to the dosage. It's not like it's going to go away in a day. It probably took a week or so for the tingling to subside. I mean, in all truth and honesty, I'm just, as always, as I always tell all of you, I'm just being upfront, real, and raw with you. It took probably a good week before the tingling subsided. Now, that being said, if you are on the medication, or if you start the medication and you are on it, say, 2 to 3 weeks, and you're still really tingly and you're just still feeling really kind of off, you need to go back to the doctor. You need to talk to your physician and tell him or her, hey, you know, I just don't think this is right. And I mean, especially if you are on maybe even the 25 or 50 milligram dosage a day, for example. everybody's body reacts differently. So you may need a different medication. I just don't want anybody to give up hope. You know, if this particular medication doesn't work for you, that doesn't mean that there isn't something out there that could work for you. I'm not going to give up hope that there's got to be something out there that could work for everybody, that could be taken on the long term, no different than, like I said, like for high blood pressure and what have you, to be of good use for us, that isn't going to kill us in the process or cause cancer or something of that nature. So anyway, again, please keep the questions coming. Please keep talking to one another. We are at 102 subscribers on this channel. Get out of town. I hadn't looked at the channel until I had some comments today. I hadn't been out in there for 2 or 3 days out on my channel. And I was like, I got 102 subscribers. Get out of town, Pia. Get out of town. I was like, all right. We are growing, kids. We're growing. I'm just so happy. I am so happy. I'm so happy that all of you that have found this channel are here. And if you have any friends that have questions or are looking for a place to land, you know, send them here. Tell them to click that like and subscribe button, and make sure to click that notification bell so that you know when I upload, because I usually try to upload once a week and check in with you guys and let you know where I'm going, what's been happening with me. Let's see, I've been talking to someone new, and I can't say a whole lot, but he is fantastic. He's just so sweet. He's just so sweet. Words can't express, because if I say too much, I'm just a big softie and I will start to cry. But it's a long distance thing, which is okay for right now. It's okay. And I've got to be content with that for right now. And well, I don't have to be, but I want to be for right now. That it's okay. And just getting to know him and sharing different things about our lives and learning about each other. And I even told him that I have a YouTube channel, which the last person that I dated on and off for 2.5 years, I never did tell him that I had a YouTube channel. So to me, that's huge. Anyway, just because of the long distance thing, I wanted him to be able to see me, hear me. We have FaceTimed as well since too. So, but I just wanted him to see my channel and see, and so yeah, that's what I've been happier about lately. It's a struggle at times just because of the distance, but it's okay. And if nothing else, at the end of the day, I've just met a fantastic human being. You know, I told him today, I'd sent him an email today, and sometimes because of the distance and everything, and because of our time constraints and with work and things, sometimes to get to know each other a little bit better, we will send each other emails back and forth. And so I sent him an email today saying, that I want to get to know him even on a deeper level, and I want to know his likes and his dislikes, and I just found today that when I did that it was kind of really a big help to me to truly find out a little bit more about myself, for me, what my true likes and dislikes are. And I really only barely scratched the surface. And in the healing process of all the hurt that my heart has endured over time, over all the years of a broken marriage and other broken relationships, for right now, the distance thing is okay, because it gives me an opportunity to heal, and it gives me an opportunity to learn even more about myself, and allowing myself to feel things that I might not have necessarily thought before that I could. I know that that's probably maybe hard to grasp, hard to understand where I'm coming from on that, but I'll get into some of those things. It's kind of deep. I'll get into some of those things at another time, but sometimes I think that we don't always allow ourselves to feel, to truly feel what we feel, to really ask ourselves what we like and what we don't like, what we really need and what we don't need, just things like that, and just to truly explore our hearts and our minds and just open up, to just be raw. Kind of the basis for this channel and going through the whole Topiramate thing with you guys. Being raw, being open, being honest. And it's part of my journey with myself, is just being open and honest and raw, and not letting somebody else dictate to me how I should feel, what I should think, or any of that nonsense. But to truly be happy in my own skin, and to truly realize, again, what I really like, what I really think, and what I'm willing to put up with and what I'm really not willing to put up with. And being strong enough to draw a line in the sand and saying, that might be okay for you, but I'm not willing to tolerate such and such. I know, it's getting a little bit deep here. And you didn't put your boots on. I hear you, I know, I got you, I'll stop there. But anyway, I'm 23 minutes in. At least I'm keeping it under 30 minutes, so, hey. But I'll draw it to a close there. We'll kick it off next week with another diet drug, if you will. And again, if you have something in particular that you want me to roll my sleeves up on and dig into, to do a little bit more research on, I'd be more than happy to do that and to bring you that information and keep us all more well informed. But until then, I pray that you are healthy, that you are happy, that you are safe. And I pray that you have peace in your life. Until we meet again, my friends, have a fantastic weekend. And I will catch you on the flip side. Bye, guys.